Hi, good evening everyone. Today we will be starting with the first video of our approval process series. So I just got an opportunity in order to go with the approval process last week. But when I tried it out, I had forgot all the concepts how approval process looks. But today in the flow time, when we have a low code automation, we don't have to rely on the Apex trigger, but we need a Apex Salesforce automation tools that we should have a great hand on. With that implementation and my thinking of it, 11 years of experience, I come with the exposure that why don't I should release a series for approval processes where we will be keeping 100 plus series, so that if anyone in the world want to watch and learn the approval series, then he should not be limited to the simple discount approval process trailhead that we always do, but there should be n number of scenarios that we can use. If I call from the flow to approval or approval to flow, then this should also happen. So with that thinking, I thought to bring a new series of approval process in which we will be keeping 100 plus videos, as we have already done for the trigger and we have already reached 50 plus for the lightning web component. And I have started the flow series in January and we have already covered 13 video for the same as well. So you can check that series as well if you want to check. But today we will be first going with the standard approach. We will be understanding what is flow. Then after that we will be setting up an org in the different video, and once over 4 to 5 videos has been completed for the approval process, in which we will be taking the opportunity discount approval. After that we will be starting with the complex logic. So let's start this series with the hook. Have you ever faced an issue where the manager has approved the leave, or he has approved the refund has been processed, and later someone asks you that who has processed? If the approval happened through mail, phone or call, then I guarantee you that the mistake is not an exception, it is guarantee. So we will be automating this using the approval process. So in simple terms, what is approval process? If I talk about approval process, it is basically an automation rule that control the approval before it goes further into business process. So if I talk about this, we have some simple steps that approval process provide. First, the record is sent for approval. Once the record is sent for approval, it is locked so that nobody can make the changes in the same record. Once that is done, the authorized person or the approver check it. He can approve it or reject it. And further, if there is a rejection, there is also a recall option, that is a submitter send it. And further, Salesforce automatically perform this operation and nobody cares what is happening and how it is. Just a submit it, the transaction happen between a submitter and approver. Since many times we see the discount, if you want to buy a car, since 3 years back I buy a Bolero new, and there was some special discount that was of 50,000 rupees. So in order to get that, I have to add a request in the portal, because my father is in government job, and based upon that I get a 50% discount on buying a Bolero new. So that is the way. I had to wait for 1 day in order to buy that same car on the 50% discount. That's why till the point the approval doesn't get hit, a person to approve or reject the same message, then my record is locked. So there can't be no transaction. Even if I want to buy a car without discount, I can't buy it. They have to make my separate record in the organization, and further they need to give me that car. So that is not acceptable at all, because it will lead to deduplication as well. So I wait for a day, and further I purchased at a 50,000 discount. So let's continue understanding how my approval process work with the same requirement only, that is 50,000 discount. For instance, if I want to buy the car and if I want to get 10,000 discount, then there is no approval needed at the same time. Whereas if the discount is between 10,000 or 35,000, then a simple manager need to approve that. But if it is more than 30,000, then a particular VP or a salesperson or a deputy manager can approve that record. So I've kept this. So we need an approval from the manager as well as a deputy manager here when I'm giving a discount of 50,000. In my case, I had got approval from my the zone head who was taking care for the Mahindra. Plus I got a discount from the manager of that sales manager as well. Sales manager approval had been approved within 15 minutes, but I have to wait for the manager from the zone head. So similarly, we can take one more example in order to understand the same approval process. Let's take an example. You have gone on holiday and there was an expense list of 50,000 only. So in 50,000 is less amount, but if the amount is more than 1 lakh, then the approval from the manager as well as the finance team needed. So we can specify range, that is if the range is less than 1 lakh, then only manager approval needed. But if the range is more than 1 lakh, then manager plus 5 finance team approval is needed. So we have initial steps here. So with that steps, we can lock this out that we need approval from this person and this person. We will be seeing it further once we start building the approval process here. So till now we have understand what is approval process, and we have understand with the examples how approval process works. But why there is a need for approval process? First is approval process is not just about approval, it is about control and governance. As I have already given you in the PPT, ensured right authority approves the critical data. Like for example, if the amount is greater than 1 lakh, it is genuine or it is fake, like this. In maintain audit history. So who has approved, who wants, who means many times it happens that who has approved. Even I started my video with the hook, who has approved this? So nobody can answer that out because we don't have an audit history. But here in the approval process, you're getting an audit history, who has approved, when it has been approved, and how much level it has been approved. For example, if I talk about the discount percentage, since I got a car and I got a 50,000 discount, so I got a zone head approval as well as a manager approval as well. So in this case, my discount is approved. So nobody can ask at the financial year end that who has approved and who has given 50,000 discount to this customer. That is Trish Sachdeva. Prevent unauthorized changes, since your record is getting locked while you are submitting it for approval. So no changes will happen in the time that you are providing. Standardized business process. This is standardized business process and reduce manual dependency. That's why approval process are heavily used in enterprise Salesforce implementation. Other than this, where can you use the approval process? We have talked about 2 examples. So here discount is the first thing where it is needed at the most. So I've kept it on the first point. Other than this, we can use it in the custom objects like expenses, leave, purchase request, etc. Other than this, we can use it in the case object where there's a use of refund, because many times the customer asks for refund and many times the refund is not genuine. He is just requesting it by creating a AI image from the chat GPT that the food is damaged, if I talk about Zomato. So many times you have to take a decision if you want to give the approval or not. Let's take an example. If the Zomato order was of 1 lakh rupees and the order has been delivered and that is damaged, then we will be asking for the particular images which food is creating your issue, because 1 lakh amount is very much. So in such cases we need a refund on a daily basis. Other than this, we can get approval on quotes on discount and contracts as well, if the contracts need to be extended for 6 months. Recently I got a contract from some organization for 6 months. They requested me that why can't we make it for 6 months or 7 months. So in such cases also we make it approved for the 7 months in order to approve the time for the contract, and we can the amendment for the contract as well. It works on standard and custom object both. Other than this, if I talk about high level of flow of approval process, I've already tell you verbally, but this will be the final case that we will be having a discussion. First, the record is created and updated. Once the record is created and updated, after that user submit the record for approval. Once it is done, then Salesforce evaluate the entry criteria like I've already told you that if the amount is 10,000 or 10,000 to 30,000 or 50,000. These are entry level criteria that we will be understanding in more description in the coming videos. Other than this, then the approval is sent via email and it is notified to the approver that you have got this much request till date and you want to approve or not. Once this is done, the approvers approve, reject it, and once this is done, the final action or is executed automatically. Even you can call a flow on the click of approval or rejection. Means if you want to show something on the screen, you can call a screen flow as well in order to do the same. Since we will be doing multiple POCs further after completing this 5-6 videos in which we will be understanding the how approval process work. So this complete our today video. In that is basically introduction to approval process and introduction to my new series, that is of approval process. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more such content. Have a nice day.